did this and that. This is my maiden interview. And then my question will be a bit here and there, so I really hope you understand.
Yes. If I don't understand, I will not reply.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So it's really it's a privilege and it's a blessing for me to meet you. And then it's indeed, I would say, wonderful and amazing things to know more about you. So first of all, I would like to know about, could you please tell me about your journey being a Buddhist monk or a scholar?
In Tibet, like over 95% of the population are Buddhist. So there is a very wonderful Buddhist. And in anybody becoming a monk or nun is really appreciated. So that was one reason. And my parents also used to encourage me, hold me as a monk when I was married. So later on I became a monk. Then after coming into exile, I studied in the Institute of Buddhist Studies for over 10 years. Then did my Geshe from monastery. But the study is like ongoing thing all the time. Even these days I study.
Okay. So you're saying that your family also appreciate you and they support you, and that's among the Tibetan, those who practice being a monk also really appreciate it. That's great to know. And sir, also, as we have seen the world, there's a lot of religions going on in there, and each and every religion exclude from each other. They Christianity exclude Buddhism and Jainism or Islam. So how do you know that Buddhism is true?
If you ask me which is the best religion in the world, that's a stupid question.
Okay.
It's like asking, there are so many medicines in the market.
Okay.
You can ask which one is the best. Stupid question. Because depending upon your illness, you choose the medicine. So similarly, different people have different thinking, different interest. So accordingly, something Buddhism is best, something Christianity is best. So let them follow whatever they follow. So never think about my religion is the best or your religion is the best. Okay. And then anybody who is interested, they are most welcome to study from each other. Yes, you are right. Sometimes it's human tendency to be egoistic. Whatever you do.
Yes.
If I am Buddhist, Buddhism should be good. If I wear this jacket, this should be the best. If I have this wife is the most beautiful. This is a human stupid way of thinking. Anything belong to you, you think it's best. No, that's wrong.
Okay. So I also I studied a little bit, especially in the YouTube, about your talks. So I listened to the talk with the fame and the biggest draw in secularism, Richard Dawkins. So they call it the Four Horsemen. When it comes to atheists, him and the Christian Christopher Hitchens, Sam Harris and all, they're the Four Horsemen in the world. So in the introductory parts of that videos, he says that here in the northern India, people from the western, and he used the word deliberately, still come and they say that find a hope of deeper meaning in Eastern mysticism. So my question is, why do you think that people are seeking for deeper meaning in life, sir?
Because we are all looking for long-lasting happiness.
Okay.
Long-lasting happiness will not be found through shortcut method.
Okay.
In Hindi में बोलते हैं ना चार दिन की चांदनी फिर अंधेरी रात. Just for fun, it's good to run after girlfriend, boyfriend, go to a fancy restaurant. For temporary pleasures, we are all running. But then at the end of the day, when you suffer from coronavirus or one of the family member dies, here, oh my goodness, what should I do? So naturally you are compelled to think, right? That deep thinking, and through deep thinking, understanding the real, ultimate reality of the nature. It's not easy. So therefore we are compelled to draw wisdom from all those past seers and thinkers like Buddha and so forth. So we are compelled, there is no other way. So thinking people will come to this ancient great masters. People who don't think, then for a time they just enjoy life and run as everybody is running. So So that's the problem. So at the end of the day, the solution has to come from within oneself, not from outside. Your relatives, your money, they are important, but ultimate solution, unless your mind is working properly, nobody can solve it.
So if I may quote what you said during the conversation with the retired doctors, you says that the complete teaching of Buddha aims towards transforming your mental outlook.
Exactly.
Because the ultimate purpose is to remove all the kinds of problems and suffering.
Absolutely.
And also you say that problems, disturbance, etc. cannot be removed by relying on the external forces or external individuals. So the real source, and you still insist that the real source of long-lasting peace and happiness has to come from within.
Exactly.
Or in other words, reducing the negative emotions.
Exactly.
However, Richard Dawkins insists in another way that I might get happiness from music and from science again. So I didn't understand this part, because when it comes to music and science, it seems the outward.
Number one, Richard Dawkins, we had an interview with us here.
Okay.
So he doesn't believe in religion.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that very well. I read some of his books also. But he's a little bit understanding and more oriented about Buddhism. So we had this conversation. And that's why he came all the way to
that's right.
to this interview. And so therefore, as I was saying, happiness means long-lasting happiness.
Long-lasting happiness.
Long-lasting happiness will never come from listening to music. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Of course, he has his point.
Yes.
For example, if you are somebody who's highly, get inspired by music and see some meaning, then yes, it gives you more kind of solace. But when you face different kind of problems, like for example, even with the culture, you have your Manipuri culture, Tibetan culture. So there are many cultural aspects: singing, dancing, clothes, food habit, all this. These are part of culture. But when you get really big problem, right? Then you cannot solve this problem by saying, please perform a Tibetan dance or Manipuri dance. If somebody dies from your family, and if you ask them to perform a Manipuri dance, they will be, instead of solving the problem, they will be mad, they will be angry. What are you saying? Right?
Yes.
So these cultural aspects in general are important. Right? These are some mediums. But the solution has to come by thinking.
Okay, thinking.
Thinking. Not just listening to some external, not just satisfying the sensual needs. Sensual needs music also.
Yes.
Sensual needs of ear. Beautiful thing to see.
Yes,
that's good. Yes, I saw this, beautiful. I tasted this, beautiful. How long it will last? You see? If your mind is empty, you will never get that long-lasting solution. Temporary solution, yes. All these things that is flooding in the market, they are mainly for temporary solutions. The world is not looking for temporary solutions, not looking for long-term solutions. They are looking for temporary solutions. I call it patchwork solution.
What's that?
Patchwork solution. That means if I कपड़ा मेरा फट गया थोड़ा सा.
Okay.
इसमें थोड़ा सा page लगा दिया. Then here also some tone out. Put some page. And at the end of the day, you have all patches. No proper clothes. So that's what we are doing. Quick fix solutions we are doing. Now, the result of such tendency of living is, look at the environmental pollution. Delhi mein jao, you can't breathe. Big cities, you can't breathe. Water polluted, air polluted. This cannot be solved by watching music. So listening to music or enjoying a delicious food. No, you have to change your thinking and change your way of life. And changing the way of life comes when the mind is willing to do. Mind is the precursor to all your activities. There's not a single activity, good or bad, which does not happen without thinking.
How about the science part that he insisted?
Science is also analyzing reality. So any method, whether it's science or Buddhism or any religion, which really talks about the way things are, reality as it is, then we should all accept. Right? It's not your personal fabrication, but it's a reality. Like for example, in Buddhism, we talk so much about suffering. It's a reality.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Nobody can say there's no suffering. We talk about transience of life, impermanence. It's a reality. So we have to accept that and accordingly lead a way of life to solve the problem. For example, just give you one example, we don't have much time. One example is, for example, when we talk about impermanence.
Okay.
That means at the end, you will die, I will die, he will die, all of us will die. But that right now we are only talking, we are not thinking properly. But if you are somebody who is really thinking about the death all the day, all the time, then my behavior with you will be totally changed. I will be nicer. He will be nicer. Right now we are not thinking like that. We all say, I'm going to live, I build this house, marry this beautiful girl, and I'm not going to die. So fight with this guy, bully this guy, engage in corruption, exploit other people. This is how I will, have happiness. So therefore we are unable to solve any problem. When you see that others are also fragile, impermanent, they are going to die, naturally you will develop some sympathy, some compassion, how to help these people. You see, whatever name they have, president, prime minister, doesn't matter. Yeah. So for all this you need deeper thinking, understanding. And then habituation, not just thinking one time. It has to become part of your life. So therefore meditation is important.
So sir, if I may still continue with the talking with Richard Dawkins. So in the same conversation you say that the peace and happiness that you get when you know how to stay alone and go within. And you say that you cannot be matched without anything else.
Exactly.
So it seems to me that happiness and peace is always there.
Yes.
But we haven't discovered and we haven't, as you say, we haven't go through deep yet.
Exactly.
Is that true, sir?
Yes. For example, nature, if you look at nature, nature itself, the trees and waters and nature itself, they are not there to disturb us.
Okay.
We are disturbing them. We are destroying the nature.
Okay.
And the consequence, we are also suffering. Right? So nature also needs harmony. Like for example, a tree, maybe it doesn't get proper water, proper heat, it will die. So only through harmony things survive. Human beings, trees, everything. So harmony will come only when you understand their reality, your reality, and the importance of coexistence.
So you're saying that
exactly
we cannot live in harmony without harmonize our own self first.
Exactly.
Okay. That's it. Strengthening self with knowledge, compassion, patience, peace, etc.
Exactly.
So, sir, may I please know that what is the source of, example, love, compassion? So, what exactly is those source?
Source is human nature.
That the nature of
human nature. For example, your body. I'm not talking about any religion.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Your body needs love. Your body needs affection. Just after birth, for a few weeks or few months, the simple touch and hugging and cuddling by the mother to the child is the most important factor for proper brain development. It is scientifically proved now. You see, imagine if after your birth nobody takes care of you. You can't survive. Human beings are worse than animals. Animals, after birth, after a short time, they can walk and go with the mother. Human beings, for 6 months, they are not able to even lift their head. So fragile. At that time, where somebody, your mother or somebody looked after you, taking care of you, and therefore you are able to survive. So the very source, and then also the father and mother, having sex and being together, it does out of anger. It does out of kind of, not pure love, but kind of attachment and mixed with love. And then the reproduction takes place. So nothing can actually survive. So love and compassion, which is so much talked about in Buddhism, without that, you can't survive actually. You can never be able to live in proper. In family, imagine if the family members don't have genuine love, affection to each other. Whatever else you have, money, whatever you have, nothing can solve the problem. So therefore, the Buddha himself said, if you have one quality in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
You have all the qualities in the palm of your hand. And he says, what is that quality? Great compassion.